Hello and welcome to Rec on Record, bringing you the latest and greatest from the City of Fort Collins Recreation Department and the Fort Collins Senior Center. We appreciate you, our viewers, for tuning in, whether it be live in our studio audience or on FCTV. We have a great show for you today, and without further ado, let me introduce to you the host of our show, Mr. Jason Chaddock.
Thank you, Ashley, and thank you all for being here today. We're excited to be here and present some new information we have going on in recreation, whether you're here in the audience or joining us on TV, on FCTV, or watching us on YouTube right now. We appreciate your patronage and joining us, learning about recreation, what we have going on. A couple of things I want to say is, number one, welcome to our 11th installment of this show. We're almost a year in now. September's show will be just a little bit different. We're actually going to go into the studio for that and do some presentations there, so you're going to see it in a little bit different of a way. We won't have it here in the studio, or here in the room, because we have some other things going on in this room that day. So look for that different format for September. We're really excited about it, going to try some different things out. But first I want to head into a little bit of information about City Park Pool. City Park Pool is kind of coming to its conclusion for the year, and what we're all looking forward to now is taking our dogs to the pool and getting our dogs in the water. I do want to stress to you, the humans cannot go in the water. It is a dog day, okay? And so what we're looking forward to is Sunday. We got Sunday, August 27th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at City Park Pool. Pooch Plunge, an opportunity to take your dogs, let them go swimming, and just enjoy the water and have a good time. Again, no humans in the water, so please be aware of that and make your plans accordingly. So great event. Encourage you guys to get out there, and that's kind of the conclusion of the swim season. So definitely check out City Park Pool on August 27th. Moving on, I want to talk to you a little bit about some facility updates that we have here. We've had just tons of stuff going on for the last year, basically the duration of this show. And I want to really highlight a couple things that are going on in the next couple months that are going to be just nice impacts to the facility, really help enhance what we're doing. The first thing I want to talk about, we first covered it last fall, is in regards to our Hall of Fame that we're building here within the facility. When you first walk into the facility, when you look directly to the right, you're going to pretty soon see basically a trophy case that's going to highlight a lot of the major accomplishments here for the Senior Center. And we're going to be able to showcase some awards that we've won over the years. And as you head into the wellness wing and go down that hall, we're going to have different posters up, different signage that's kind of like a commemoration of history for the Senior Center and talking about what we've done through 50 years of recreation here. And as we obviously are concluding a 51st year of recreation here, it's going to be your opportunity to see a Hall of Fame, kind of the history of the Senior Center here in Fort Collins. We're really excited about this, excited to tell our story to the community of who we are, what we've done, and give you that kind of flavor of where we are going. So be sure to check that out. As we move through the month of September, you're going to start seeing some stuff go up on the walls. So be on the lookout for that. Another thing I wanted to highlight is we just got through a maintenance week, which I'll talk about a little bit more coming up. Within that maintenance week, we had a lot of staff members putting in some great time and effort into the weight room. You're going to see a little bit different of a look in the weight room now. We've moved around some equipment, and staff did an awesome job of setting things up to be a little more user-friendly, moving some pieces of equipment around to help the weight room flow better, and also a deep cleaning of the weight room, which we know those need very frequently. And what we're also doing now is working on a project that is incorporating creating a workspace in that weight room, so we can have a weight room supervisor up there from time to time, gives them a location to work at, also gives our personal trainers a location to sit at, write out agendas for their clientele, and be able to meet with their clientele and go through some of the things they're about to incorporate for that particular day. So again, some nice changes coming for the weight room. Great opportunity to get some advice while you're up there and ask people how you can use certain machines if you're not familiar. So look for that coming up in the near future here. And then as we head in, one of the major things I want to talk about for next month that is a big deal for us here is it's National Senior Center Month. And here at the Senior Center in Fort Collins, we are really fired up about this. We have different activities that will go on through the course of that month. Ashley will highlight that a little bit later with our big day that we're going to have. And it's an opportunity for us to recognize senior centers, take that acknowledgement, work with our senior community, and really get excited about the month of September and showcase our amazing facility and what we have to offer here. So keep your eyes out for different advertisements of events and activities that will be going on throughout the course of that month. And we're also submitting a proclamation to the city to make the city's proclamation of National Senior Center Month here in the city of Fort Collins. So just another great thing for us, and keep an eye out for that in September. So again, you heard me earlier kind of reference, we just got through a maintenance week, and what I want to really do is kind of highlight a couple of the key things here. We have maintenance week, and I'll say it's a maintenance week at the various facilities here. We have the Senior Center, Northside Oslon Community Center, Foothills Activity Center, and Epic, all going through various maintenance activities, and all the weeks vary just a little bit. So I want to kind of highlight some of the things here at the Senior Center first. We had a deep cleaning of the facility. A lot of staff hours went into this to get things cleaned and organized. We had some contractors come in to also help with some various activities. We were able to get a lot of painting done through the facility, and I do want to point out there's still a couple more painting items that are on the agenda for the facility, so if you see a spot that doesn't look like it's been hit yet, we ask you to just bear with us for a little bit as the painters are still coming into the facility and touching up a few locations. One of the other really exciting items for us is we got the floors in the gym redone and also the Prairie Sage room redone. And then another major one that we've needed for quite a while is we've got the locker room floors redone. So basically what happened with that is some regrouting of some work, and then also putting down a non-slick spray application surface to the locker rooms. So that was something we've needed for quite a while. That maintenance week, this closure, gives us the opportunity to do these things. So that's a lot of times why we run into shutting down certain parts of the building, just to kind of give you guys some insight there. And then I really want to highlight two big upcoming things that are still to go on. I highlighted the painting earlier. We still got some painting that's going to go on. We still have a couple locker room repairs that are going to take place. And then the last big one, we still are going to have one more gym closure that's going to go on. We'll advertise that as well so everyone is made aware. We had new acoustical panels put up about a year ago. They're coming in a couple of weeks, and they're actually going to put the city logo up on both ends of those panels. So it's going to be really neat, have our court set up with elevated city logos on both sides of the gym. So it's going to be a really nice look for us. We're excited about it. It's going to take place in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be sure to put up some signage. We're looking at about a half-day closure for that when it does take place. I talked about Northside Oslon Community Center has some gym work going on, doing some remodeling, or not remodeling, but redoing of the floors there. Foothills Activity Center is seeing a lot of that same thing go on there as well. And these closures, they do happen at times. It's certain areas of the facility. It's not the entire facility. So the staff at both of those locations have been working hard to do deep cleaning and also get the gyms ready to reopen again. And they'll have that advertisement out for you guys as well, as far as when those facilities will be up and running in the gymnasiums again. I want to really highlight Epic. I feel in the last year we've talked 30 different times about Epic and remodels and upgrades going on there, and it continues. Epic is kind of taking more of a sporadic maintenance couple weeks and a maintenance month in some other locations. Epic has a ton of great things going on. It's a facility that's been aging, and it's been in need of some upgrades. The Epic staff is extremely excited. They have some amazing things going on there. I'm really excited to announce that they are doing maintenance to the therapy pool, and the therapy pool they're looking to have open in early October. This pool has been shut down for quite some time. So that's one of the things that they're working on right now, is trying to get that facility up and running appropriately. They have the third family changing room is currently shut down, going through renovations. They also, from now until Labor Day, they're doing some ADA upgrades to the main entrance of the facility. So at this time, they're asking people to enter through the ice and weight room side of the facility. And then additionally, they're also in a realm right now of the pool being closed until Labor Day at Epic, because they have some locker room and tile work going on, both in the locker room and on the deck. So there's a lot of upgrades going on to that facility right now. So definitely make sure to check out our website to get all the new information from day to day as far as what's going on. Certainly, with all of these projects, we always try to stay on schedule with what's going on, but we all know that sometimes we can run into delays, so be sure to check out the website to get all the latest information on all of those different maintenance projects that are going on. And with that, we have a lot of great things to talk about today. I'm going to turn the floor back over to Ashley, and thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. Give him a round of applause for all that information that we've just received. Now, I get to talk for a little bit. But first, I'm actually going to show you a really neat video that was actually done by our wonderful friends at FCTV. I have a wonderful working relationship with them in communications, so I'm going to play it for you right now.
Football. 1, 2, 3. We love football, guys. Go get them. It was fun watching you guys.
So that's just one of our many programs that we can register for, and bringing us right into fall registration. It is open for everybody. Tons of programs that we're able to sign up for right now. You can call any recreation facility, Epic, Mulberry Pool, Northside, Foothills Activity Center, or the Senior Center to register for programs, or you can do it in person at any of the facilities, or you can sign up online at fcgov.com/recreator. We also just love when you come into the facilities. So the front desk is always available for everyone to help and explain some of the programs and maybe give you some different options for you that you've never even thought of before. So some of these different options could include adaptive recreation opportunities. We have unified volleyball. We have in education, uke, which is learning how to play the ukulele. I think that's pretty fun. In health and wellness, we have navigating the health system. In ICE, we have Bonspiel. And in trips and travel, we have Treasures of the Southeast and a day trip, 10th anniversary of Denver Arts Week. So those are just a few of the many, many programs that we have going on here. Next, I will actually go into some of the events that we're having. So the first annual Bonspiel tournament is September 8th through the 10th, and that's at Epic. It's free to attend. So if you've never done anything like this before, why not try it out? So, and if you need more information about that, you can call Epic. They'll have all of the information at the front desk. Next is, unfortunately, the end of summer, but fortunately, we have a wonderful concert to round out the summer with. Liz Barnez is actually coming tomorrow, August 18th, and it's going to be wonderful out on the back patio, rain or shine, because we can always move it inside just in case. So that's going to be a really fun one. And we also have a pool tournament coming up on September 2nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I think we do have a few spots left. So if you'd like to register, please remember to visit the front desk or register online. And then one of my favorite events, and this is in honor of Senior Center Month as well, Grandparents' Day, where we have a mini carnival out in the back in our parking lot. We have a breakfast cereal bar where you can choose from about 10 different types of cereals. I go a little crazy. Nice little petting zoo. We'll have balloons, face painting, live music, and just fun all around. If you are a grandparent or over the age of 50, you get in for free. So the only people that have to pay are anybody under the age of 50. So grandparents, this is your super special day, Sunday, September 10th from 9 to noon. And with that, I'm actually going to bring up our next guest, who is the manager of marketing at Fort Collins Museum of Discovery. Please welcome Kathy Jones.
Hi, Kathy. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
So we're ready to learn a lot today about the museum and kind of about what you guys got going on there. But to get us started, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and kind of how you became the marketing manager here with the city of Fort Collins.
Sure. Well, I have lived in Fort Collins for about 20 years now, actually. I grew up in Lawrence, Kansas, and came out here for CSU. And I think like many CSU alum, never left because this is such a great environment to be in, and especially compared to the weather in Kansas. So I've been in marketing for most of my professional career, and about a little over 4 years ago, was trying to come up with a new place that I wanted to be, and thought really hard about where I would like to be involved, and the Museum of Discovery just popped right up there. And so I had worked previously at the Convention and Visitors Bureau and in some other areas where I knew the directors of the museum, and so came on over and said, hey, I think you need me. So they luckily agreed, and I've been doing the marketing there ever since.
That is awesome. What is the Fort Collins Museum of Discovery? Talk to us a little bit about that.
It is a great hybrid of history and science, focusing on the northern Colorado area. Many of you probably are familiar with the old Fort Collins Museum, which was over in Library Park, as well as the Discovery Science Center located in the Barton Building over on Prospect. This museum is the result of a merger between those two entities.
Okay.
And we really worked hard, I think, to blend those two very different concepts in a way that really tell our local story, with both a history angle and also a science angle.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So here's a question. I personally have not been there. I know, I'm embarrassed to say that. I have not been there yet.
For shame.
Well, I guess technically I did walk in because we had our staff ice cream social there. So technically I walked in. But so when I'm looking at it from my perspective, so how do I get there and visit? Do you guys have memberships, free days, events? Kind of how do you work that out?
Well, the museum is located on the corner of College and Cherry at
Okay.
408 Mason Court. It's that big silver building that you can see right there on the corner where the train tracks kind of merge. We are open Tuesday through Sunday from 10 to 5, with late hours on Thursday until 8 p.m.
Okay.
And we do have many memberships, which are an excellent value if you are interested in visiting a lot, or getting discounts on programs and sneak peeks of special exhibits. And additionally, our Family Plus level receives entry into the Denver Museum of Nature and Science in Denver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really neat. And then you also have day passes?
We do.
Okay.
We do have individual day tickets.
Many different options.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So with all that, now I'm learning how I get there. I'm learning how I can get in, membership, day pass, so on and so forth. So what's coming up at the museum in the near future here that would draw me in there to be able to participate in some activity?
We have a lot of exciting programs that go on throughout the year, some recurring, some special one-off things. For example, every Thursday from 10:15 to 11:15, we have special programming for our early childhood audience.
Okay.
Part of that includes a story time in our OtterBox Digital Dome, which projects a local children's artist and writer up on the big screen, and she reads the story, and we do a craft related to it at the end. So that's been hugely popular with our under 5 crowd. And then we are welcoming local artist Shaylee Scott on September 1st for an acoustic storyteller-style concert, also in the Dome. And then our big event that we have coming up this fall on September 29th is Night at the Museum, which is our annual fundraiser. This year, the theme is going to be Sequins and Sidecars, which is a nod to the 1920s, and we expect to see lots and lots of flappers and spats and fedoras at this really, really fun time. It is for adults only, so it's kind of an exciting time to be in the museum, get a little extra special behind-the-scenes treatment, and not have to fight any kids over that or those exhibits.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I might have to work with the kids and go in this dome to see a presentation. That sounds really neat.
Yeah, the Dome is a really unique space. It's our 360-degree digital theater.
Oh, wow.
you can think of it in terms of similarity to a planetarium at some more traditional science museums, but we have the flexibility to not only show space programs in there.
Okay.
So we do lots of interesting things like we have a monthly series called Laser Dome where we
Wow.
take the music of some of your favorite performers. Coming up, Lady Gaga, The Grateful Dead. We've done Pink Floyd in the past, and we
Wow.
set those to some really exciting visual experiences on the dome, as well as kind of a laser light show. We've just hosted the Fringe Festival in there with some unique local performances. So we're doing way more than movies about space in that area.
That sounds like an awesome experience to go there for that. I'm definitely going to have to check out one of those. So those sound really neat to me, but going back to you, what is your favorite exhibit or activity at the museum?
There are so many interesting things at the museum, and I've worked there for a little over 4 years now and still see things that I've never seen before, which blows my mind all the time. There are so many small details that you can find in the space. But my favorite exhibit on the floor is actually our mud wagon from the 1800s. It is what I like the best about it is it's covered in graffiti.
Uh-oh.
Like people have signed the whole thing all over it, and I think this is really funny because it just shows that our disrespect for public property goes way back. There are signatures from like 1812 and things like that.
That is awesome.
Human nature.
That is really neat. So kind of getting off the museum subject for just one moment here. So we are in recreation here at our facility. So, and that's what we obviously take a lot of pride in. So tell me, as a person here working in the city, how do you recreate?
Well, I have 2 kids, 2 boys. So we spend a lot of time at swim lessons, in the pools, and doing some of the bike programs. And I think that Fort Collins really offers such a great variety of programming for all ages. And every now and then when I can get away, I'll come over here for some art classes. So.
Okay, very good. Well, I definitely appreciate all the information and having you here today. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Ashley to see if she has any questions for us.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's all give Kathy a round of applause. That was great
Thank you.
information. I do have a few questions for a variety of people. Let's see. One is, if I have a facility pass for the senior center, can I use it at other facilities during maintenance?
The answer to that would be during our maintenance week, yes, you can. And we set up our computer system to be able to accept those passes at the other facilities. That is during maintenance week only. So now as we head into obviously this week, now that everything's back in here, you would have to come back to the senior center.
Great. Awesome. Thank you. This is about the Pooch Plunge. Can I get tickets for the Pooch Plunge at the door? And I can actually answer that for you. There is a one-in, one-out policy because it is such a popular event. So we recommend getting your tickets ahead of time, but if you do want to get them at the door, you just might have to wait for a little bit. Okay. All right, the next one. So this is for Kathy. Are you doing anything for the eclipse?
Oh.
Sadly, the eclipse is on Monday, and we're not open on Mondays. So, unfortunately, we are not. We have had some great programs leading up to the eclipse to kind of explain what causes an eclipse and how best to look at the eclipse and things like that. But sadly, we will get to be out in the nature like the rest of the public, enjoying it.
Can you open the dome?
Yeah.
I wish. That'd be great.
That would be pretty neat.
Okay, another one for Kathy. The museum is also a history museum. What are the archives, and are they open to the public?
That's a great question. The archives are open to the public and are an excellent research resource for looking at things from your family history, if you're local to the area, all the way to the history of your house.
Oh.
We've got yearbooks and photos and old newspapers, and it's all accessible to the public, as well as in our full online database at history.fcgov.com.
Okay, very good.
All right, last question. I think Jason put this question in there. I've never been to the museum before. Are there days that I can go and try it out?
Unfortunately, at this time, we don't offer free days at the museum. That's something that we're actually working on and trying to secure some sponsorship to cover that. But we are more than happy to welcome anybody in and show them around and let them kind of check it out.
Okay, very good.
Awesome. Well, I think that's actually all the questions that we have for today. What an amazing show that we had. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a big crowd today in our live studio audience. And remember that you can always catch us on the third Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. And actually next month we'll be in studio, so not here. We're going to try something different. But if you have any questions about the show, please contact recreator@fcgov.com. That's all for now, and see you next month. Thank you.